Good evening, everybody. This is Game 2, Lobby 2 of DotP, Wednesday, Inhouse Season 3. My name is Wyvrex. Joining me, as always, is the venerable GolgiApp.
I'm very excited for this match. Man, we were waiting so long for this match to happen because our match ended so fast and the other two lobbies took forever to finish their matches.
Yeah, and we got our lobby going like a solid 10-15 minutes before they did, so even longer.
Yeah, so it just added to everything. We waited for a good like 30-40 minutes there.
Well, ours finished at 22 minutes, and once they loaded up the next one, it was 8 minutes in, and the last lobby finished at like 55 minutes, so almost an hour.
Yeah. I mean, they were good games though. Like, they both went like really late game, and then there were like some insane turnarounds. It was pretty fun to watch.
I wasn't watching.
I mean, we can all be busy doing something. We can't always watch Dota, although that's what we like to do.
I'm waiting on some hot wings. I can smell the buffalo sauce from here. I want this to be a big death ball, another 22-minute games, and I'm gonna go chow down.
Well, unfortunately, we won't get the Drow Death Ball here because that got banned out.
The Drow didn't do so well last game, and
No, it did not.
Chilled was even facing off against it, and he is drafting, so I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to deal with it. Although Chilled does hate me, and so he's probably going to pick Techies here and prolong the game.
That'd be funny. Does he play Techies?
He plays too much Techies, if you ask me.
Oh, no. I mean, even one game with Techies is too much Techies. They can just pick like Techies, Sniper, and just like insanely good high ground defense. And just make the game go for 2 hours long.
That's exactly what he said in the lobby, was Techies, Spectre, Sniper.
Oh, please no. I mean, we're not going to get first pick Techies. That would be a little too reckless. It's taking a little while for this one.
Crystal Maiden.
Oh, CM. We can't go wrong with CM.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Definitely.
I mean,
definitely.
Unless Radiant picks up like Slark, then CM is just crying.
Gonna have a bad day. I don't know. CM. One thing I like about Slark, or I mean, don't like about Slark, but with the addition of Glimmer Cape, not dying to him is made much easier.
5 seconds.
That is true. Glimmer Cape is an item.
And it's
item.
Quite cheap. I mean, obviously for a support that may be getting by ganked by Slark a lot, the 1300 gold for the Invis Dealy Bob, that's gonna be a stiff pill to swallow. I think that's the...
Yeah, and the magic resist too. It's insanely good. And you can put on your teammates, just the insane chili. Actually, I think I'm pretty guilty of not building it enough. It just, for some reason, it's been a while since the item's been put into the game, but I still forget that it's an item. It's pretty bad of me.
See an Oracle pickup for the Radiant. I don't know if there's a person who plays it, but yeah, in the right hands, an Oracle can be just the most annoying thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. Or the worst. Or like, you know, or screw up your entire team by, you know, disarming your own carry.
That would be me playing Oracle. Like, oh, he's getting hurt, and I'll like disarm but magic resist our Huskar who's at low HP, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why can't I attack? Fate's Edict is an insane spell. Faceless Void coming out. We did see Razzie playing Faceless Void in Lobby 1, I think. He actually had pretty good chronos. There were a little bit of problem with his build order. He went, I think, Vanguard in the offlane as Faceless Void, which is... so he didn't have a lot of damage for a while.
Was quite heavily shit on by the commentators.
Yeah, exactly. And then he went like Yasha into Echo Saber, but I think he got some tips from his teammates apparently. So hopefully we see a better performance from him this time. But his chronos were really good, so he knows the mechanics. Do you think maybe we'll see a Huskar draft coming out from the Radiant side? It's always a possibility with Oracle.
Yeah, what's his name? Oracle has kind of replaced Dazzle. Not necessarily replaced, but he's an alternative as well. I think if you're running that lineup as well, I like the Oracle more than the Dazzle. I feel like he does a lot more.
I do too, actually. Just the fact that the False Promise doubles healing, and you know Huskar with that regen going up on his Q and lifesteal, and you got the purifying flames on top of it. He's just almost unkillable
Radiant team's
if he
turn
gets
to
False
ban.
Promise. Like it's even better than the Shallow Grave, because Shallow Grave, and when it ends, you will still have 0 health. But with False Promise, you get healed up to full health. It's pretty insane. And like another thing about it is because like False Promise freezes the character's health, so even if Huskar is getting healed up a lot, he still stays at the like 1% life. So he attacks insanely fast and still has a magic resist to take no damage, even from the Purifying Flames of Oracle himself. So usually as Oracle, you want to face Edict someone before you Purifying Flames them to make sure the damage doesn't hit, but Huskar just gets naturally.
Yeah, it's almost like if he's approaching low health, or even if he's staying high health, you can just Purifying Flames him. It actually helps him.
Yeah, like the damage isn't like much to him just because of the magic resist.
Radiant team's turn to
Well,
pick.
Slark is gonna get banned out, so Crystal Maiden can cry a little less today.
Yeah, she can feel a little safer. Darkseer for the Dire, obviously just a safe pick. Can't go wrong with them. Almost never.
10 seconds remaining.
Also, the Vacuum can help with
5
Crystal Maiden's
seconds
AoE
remaining.
too, if they are
Yes.
thinking of doing some AoE combo shenanigans.
You're using up your reserve time.
Ricky and Sven getting banned out for the Radiant side.
Huskar!
Oh, there it is. Oh no, there it is.
The predictions, great mind. So that's someone who can really.
It's annoying. It's insanely annoying.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like in like our in-houses like this,
10 seconds
where
remaining.
like player skill, especially also team coordination isn't as high,
5 seconds
characters like
remaining.
Huskar can be just impossible to deal with. So
I will
we'll
say,
see how the Dire
if
deals with
whoever's
it.
playing the Crystal Maiden, if they do this correctly, they can really screw up Huskar's time. Because Frostbite, you can't attack.
Yeah, a Huskar. If the Huskar player, maybe he will save the Life Break because Life Break can purge the Frostbite, but it's kind of, you know, awkward to ask Huskar to never use Life Break unless you get a Frostbitten. So
Yeah, he's usually the one you'll see like getting up real in their face and then just leaping into the middle of them.
no, I like Shadow
Radiant team's
Shaman.
turn to pick.
Yeah, that'll
good.
screw him up again. So they have some good ways to deal with the Huskar so far.
Yeah. Hopefully they get some kind of pure damage. You usually want pure damage against Huskar. Or
10
just
seconds
insane
remaining.
amounts of physical damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Give him the old axe.
Yeah, the axe, of course, you know, not as useful here, especially without the dazzle. That's what you usually see with dazzle Huskar. But I mean, axe can still kill Huskar. Huskar is usually going to be flirting with death with low life here, just toggling armlet, and you never want to toggle armlet with axe around. So
Axe will still kill through False Promise, won't he?
no, it won't.
So so if you do the culling blade while they're in the range, what happens after False Promise ends?
You take the 350 damage from Axe's ulti. The ulti doesn't do the kill threshold thing with the False Promise. Because what the Axe's Calling Blade does, it dispels
Radiant team ban.
the Shallow Grave as it hits it, but it doesn't dispel a False Promise because it's an ulti or something. I think that's how the logic goes.
That is pretty fucked up. But yeah,
Yeah.
as far as you know, eventually the Axe will get better at dealing with the Dazzle. But in the laning phase, if Dazzle's there, Axe cannot sit on a creep wave.
5 seconds
Yeah.
He will just
Very
heal
true.
bomb him every single time he gets close. I like the Ursa pickup here.
Reserve
Yeah.
time.
But definitely one of the ways you can kill a Huskar is insane amount of physical damage, and Ursa, definitely one of the characters that can bring that.
I feel like Ursa's gonna have a pretty rough time though going against the root or the movement stop, whatever you want to call it, from Oracle. A swap to get him out of position, a stun. They've got a lot of ways to where he's just not going to be able to hit the people he wants to.
Yeah, it's going to be all up to supports for Ursa to be able to do his job. They do have good amount, I mean, especially Shadow Shaman, Shackle, and stuff like that, Crystal Maiden, Frostbite, to keep them held down for Ursa. So probably rushing a BKB for Ursa would be really nice for him once he can get, you know, his usual core items.
All right, last picks coming out here. Dire, what's their plan here? Let's see if we can figure out their. I don't think this will be a mid Ursa, and it won't be. That's going to be a chilled Tinker.
Radiant team's turn to
Alright,
hit.
I can go with this. The laser can blind Huskar, and also it is the pure damage we're talking about. They'll be able to burst down Huskar once he's low life. I like this draft for Dire. I think they can deal with the Radiance picks as, you know, but
10 seconds
Faceless
remaining.
Void is always the, you know, the big what if. It's a big black
5
horse,
seconds
right?
remaining.
So if Faceless Void just lands good chronos, you're gonna win every fight, no matter how bad your team comp is.
They've
'Cause
got
that
a
ability
good
is
number of
ridiculous.
ways to deal with Huskar now, especially with the Tinker just blinding him.
Mhm. I like it. Yeah, Tinker was just a really phenomenal pick. March of the Machines make it so the supports can't really stay in fights, and then the laser to of course finish him off. And Invoker, wow, that's exciting. We haven't cast an Invoker game yet, so I'm excited
Yeah.
for this
Oh
one.
no.
That's Nameless.
Always a
Nameless
fun
is a
character to
2K
watch.
player, though.
Oh, don't judge him like that.
I'm
2K
throwing
players
it
can
out
know how
there.
to play Invoker.
They can. And 3.5K players can not play Invoker.
Dude,
That's me.
Very true. Yeah, me neither. I have actually never touched a hero. Although, like, it's something you always think about. You watch TI or whatever. You see Sumail or Weeha or Miracle just go insane on Invoker. You're like, I should try Invoker one day. And you like go into demo with him, and you're just like, I don't want to memorize all his abilities,
It's
or at least
Yeah.
the combinations.
I practiced a bunch. We have our classic .pause. Okay, there we go. Talking in game. Classic .pause. So we're gonna introduce the players. We have Suicide Watch Bear on the Huskar. Razzie will actually be the one playing the Oracle. Risen Day on the Venge, BPB on the Void, and Nameless Noob on our Invoker.
And over on the Dire side, we have Chilled Wind playing the Tinker, Yakov playing Darkseer, Chris Gone Wild playing Shadow Shaman, and TC Slayer on Ursa, and finally
Mountain Man.
Mountain Man on Venge. Right, that's one hero we're missing right now.
No, Venge is loaded in on the other team.
Oh, oops. What are we missing?
They Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden. Right, Mountain Man is on Crystal Maiden.
All
I'm excited to
right.
see that Nameless Noob has the Invoker set. That's exciting. That it makes you look so cool. The Deafening Blast and Tornado.
Yeah, it is quite fantastic.
I wonder if he opened it. That'd be insane.
I think so. He had a pretty high level compendium.
Right. Ultra rare item. I think that's like more expensive than Immortal. Not that Invoker has an Immortal, but it's like $68 in the market.
Which item?
The Invoker set. The ultra rare set from the International.
It's how much?
It's like $68.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 68,000. I was like, you're
No,
kidding
no,
me.
no. Those
Right.
items.
Mountain Man
Those items are never
reconnected.
really worth that much.
How did Golden BZZ Pugna set?
Oh, what? Oh,
Gold-
yeah, true
the
that.
Golden BZZ.
Has anyone ever sold any of those items? I feel like you couldn't even put them on the market because in the market there's a money threshold. You can't sell things above a certain amount.
Oh, because your Steam wallet is only allowed to have so much gold in it.
Yeah, yeah. So like they won't have to do that over like PayPal or some kind of like trading site.
Not to mention, you wouldn't. I mean, the amount of money you'd be getting taken from your cut by Valve at that point would be massive sums.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely don't need to go through that. I think Valve takes like what, like 5%, 8% actually. Like it's between 5 to 10%. So you don't even be losing hundreds of dollars.
It looks like we will not have any smoke shenanigans today from Chilled's team. Oh no, Crystal Maiden has a smoke.
Yeah, looks like they're positioning for it with the Tinker here.
I think
Tinker
they're just
doesn't.
gonna. Yeah, Jakob. I don't know how much he'd contribute to this fight, and maybe he's just gonna put himself visible here so they're at ease.
Hmm. Crystal Maiden starting with no tangos. That might be worth mentioning if she does take some damage in the lane.
Their nameless, or not nameless, Suicide Watch is doing a good job of not being in a bad place, and so they're gonna find him, but they're gonna find the entire team. So this will be a 4v4 engagement.
I don't know about this
Suicide Watch Bear. TC Slayer is trying to smack him. Very nice. Is gonna go on to 4, but oh, they all just bailed on him.
I mean,
that was unfortunate. I feel like Oracle maybe could have channeled Fortune's End a little longer.
Get moving.
Yeah, I think he might have let that go a little panic, but yeah, I don't think their team level 1 team fight was as good as a Dyer's one, so can't really blame them for that. I feel like they should just ran faster maybe, or Oracle could have even saved Fortune's End for Huskar getting stunned, because he got chain CC with the shackle into Frostbite there.
Yeah, without Frostbite, he at that point could have just walked away. But I don't know, Shackle gonna 10-second. Yeah, I mean it would have wasted a lot of Dire's time if they had tried to continue after that. And we're actually gonna have an aggressive try from the Dire.
Yeah, they know who the important member of the team is.
A Circlet getting shipped out for our Shadow Shaman. Not confident on that immediate courier use. And actually, it's a try-v, or not a try-v try. It's aggressive tries for both teams.
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention that Oracle's Fortune's End being really, really good against Darkseer.
Yes.
Completely forgot about that interaction. Yeah, so we see him doing it right now, dispelling that Ion Shell, so Darkseer won't be able to get any farm.
So one thing to note though, with this aggressive try, you usually want to have a lot of kill potential with it. Up against a Darkseer, I don't know if they're gonna have that, and I mean, if he's Fortune Ending the creep, he won't have it to dispel a Surge. So if he just gets the Surge off, he'll run away.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a call to maybe go aggressive try up top in prediction for the other aggressive off lane, because they really do got to secure some farm with the Huskar.
I think, but I mean, they're just going up against the Darkseer. I think they could definitely move Risen Day down here to the bottom lane to back up BPB here.
Yeah, because if BPP does get shackled up, that Ursa is going to chew through him real fast.
I see I must resign myself to causing harm.
We see Darkseer going into the jungle now, realizing that he won't be able to get a lot of farm in lane.
He's putting the shell on himself. I think he should be probably putting it on the small creep. Oh, yeah, coming into on a nameless noob, and it will be successful.
Yeah, very good rotation there from Chris Gone Wild.
He was waiting right there for a while, too.
Yeah, and it was all worth it.
Good, yeah, good patience from him not going in there too early.
Yeah. Twisted Tinker going for the 2-2 build. For that big burst damage so far. And just farming going on. Jakob is going to be able to secure himself some farm in the jungle right now. We see the Oracle that stack the camp near the lane. At this point, I wouldn't be against just pushing this lane.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh nope, she is gonna pull it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you just want to push this lane and then just swap lanes with the Void so you can get secure some farm on Void, because I feel like this try can take on the Dire try. The Radiant try can take on the Dire try easily. So if they just push the tower and swap lanes with Void, I think it'd be better for the entire team.
Oracle's still sitting at level 1 here.
Oh, mid.
Again, another shackle up on a nameless noob. Lots of damage coming out. The laser's not in range, and he is barely going to escape.
The Crystal Maiden's gonna die.
Nice.
At least no one got a hit on him, so it's only 129 gold split 5 ways. So it's not. It's going to be just like a creep for everyone, basically. But the Radiant supports really need to carry on TPs. Because if that Tinker was anywhere near there,
Going to last long.
could be another death.
Risen
And
Day
we should
picked
Vengeful
himself up
Spirit
a
roaming.
yeah. She's got an invisibility rune. Nameless though is very low and not super confident. He's got a cold snap that he could close the gap.
But here's
And
going
yeah.
right now. But yeah.
Nameless, I think Nameless
little
just made the
harassed.
call that said I'm not gonna be able to fight. Just put the damage out
Pop
and make
that
him
with a
scared.
trade. I feel like Oracle got gone on by the Crystal Maiden, and the Huskar just picked up a free kill on Crystal Maiden there. Pretty happy with that if you are Radiant. Trading a kill on a support for a kill on a carry is always nice.
It was support for support, right? Crystal for
Yeah,
Oracle?
but the Crystal got the kill,
Oh,
and then Huskar got the
Huskar
kill.
got the kill. Yeah, then yes, that was
Yeah.
quite valuable.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See the last hits right now. Void is actually doing surprisingly well. The Void is actually equal on last hits against Ursa. Of course, you know, we did see the Dire supports do roam off the lane. So Face's Void got a lot of space. But now we see the supports making rotation back down onto the off lane there.
So they still
But-
have this ward up, and they know that Razzy's here. They're actually rotating 2 supports in, and they are going to find him right now.
Uh-oh.
Shackle, laser, this is going to be goodbye to you, sir. Letting the missiles do the last bit of work.
Yeah, support's doing good work there, making sure the carry gets the last hit. Yeah, some impressive rotations coming out from
Yeah,
the Dire
definitely.
side.
Chris is looking to go mid now. They're pretty confident. I think that they
Uh-oh.
had a stun comes out. Here comes Nameless. No cold snap.
There's a cold snap on him.
Oh.
Oh, barely misses.
Sunstrike is just gonna miss, and he's gonna escape. Just playing extremely aggressive and getting away with literal murder.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that their ward ran out on the rune spot because they didn't have any vision when a shaman went up to the high ground there. They just couldn't follow up.
Well, they had no. It was actually Dire's vision right here that had just
Oh,
about
it was.
expired, and that was and that's how they got the kill on Oracle. And then it was kind of sad. They realized they had vision there, and then they're probably going to invest something to get rid of it, but it's gone now.
Mm-hmm. Wishy Vengeful Spirit still trying to make something happen mid. He's been unsuccessful so far, but Huskar is, you know, having a field day up there. 0 contest.
Look at how protected this Ursa is on vision, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they know the Ursa needs to be farmed to be able to deal with the enemy team. Get that blink and BKB. And meanwhile, Darkseer is successfully farming the jungle. He's level 6.
That's pretty good.
Are those cracks in
Yeah.
Dire's
Yeah, he could have had a lot worse of a time than he is right now. He's gonna run into a ward though and find Razzie, who's immediately gonna take that Ion Shell off him. But he's got Surge. He shouldn't have a big problem here. BPB in the bottom lane getting shackled up. Oh, he's gonna use his Chronosphere and now trying to get some damage out onto Chris Gone Wild. Is just not gonna have enough. Risen will take up the kill, and he'll pay for his own life with that. Not necessarily the best value in the world. Huskar is here though. He's gonna leap onto Ursa right now. Immediately
The
gets blown
blind.
up. Ursa says no, sir. Urshok is gonna miss. Risen running away. TC running under tower, and the last right click will take him out.
But the Crystal Maiden did end up burning down. That was unfortunate because Tinker did have a well-timed laser to blind Huskar because he threw like 4 spears at Crystal Maiden and he prevented 2, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Crystal Maiden's a little too fragile.
Yeah, jumping on that Huskar who's still at his enrage up. That's a pretty risky business, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the Faceless Void, it died pretty unfortunately there. He kind of held his time walk until like last possible moment, and they got cancelled by the polymorph, and then just died as soon as he came out of it. More rotations coming bot.
Yeah, and so now Dire knows that Chrono is going to be on cooldown for quite a bit, so they've got all the space in the world that they want right now. They're not afraid. Chris rotating here into the mid lane again. Nameless Noob scared and is very far back. March coming out as well, meaning that they have... It's just all I see for Dire right now is space, with the exception of the Darkseer, of course. Oh, engagement down in bottom. Risen Day is going to get stunned up. He did use that magic missile into Mountain Man. Now he has to back up because Urs is coming in. He does get the Earth Shock, but he's not going to keep going. He'll back up.
Yeah, maybe afraid of more rotations coming in. Doesn't want to get caught out of position.
Yeah, and they don't have Chris with him right now.
I think he's probably saving him for Midas, but I think it's probably pretty good to have at least a Glove of Haste on yourself to help yourself farming. Another item that I think he should have picked up is the tier. What is that called? The Infused Raindrop.
Yes.
I feel like not enough people are picking that item up, especially as playing as Invoker right now.
They want to go aggressive, I think.
A lot of rotation.
They're going to go aggressive on Mountain Man right now, a little far forward, but he's going to be able to get out of there. BCB and he throws the Chrono and he catches TC. Mountain Man as well is taking a lot of damage. Sunstrike will hit this time and take him out. Now TC's in trouble all by himself with 4 people coming in. Here comes the leap from Huskar. Nothing to get him out of that one this time.
Yeah, very good rotations again, and that Chronosphere just came up right in time to be able to save the Venge and just get that enough rotation, and of course pairing all that with the Sunstrike. That actually got Invoker his Midas, so I'm sure he's happy to pick up his first item there. Go be able to accelerate his level gain, which is the most important thing about being Invoker.
Now a defense coming out from Dire on the bottom lane. Chris Gone Wild coming in, just throwing out some harassment. They are going hard on this tower, and I think... Yep, here comes Dire to stop it. Do they have what it takes, though? They're going to repel, I think. Mountain Man going a little aggressive out in front of the pack. They aren't going to catch him, though. Chris, they're going to surge him up, see if he can catch anyone. Nothing there. Both supports are leading the pack here, and I think that's very scary going into this lineup. Vengeful does not have her swap up yet.
I feel like they're trying to make sure that they can get in a good fight before the Chrono comes back up again, because that Chrono's been ruining them. Tinker did pick up his Boots of Travel here, so he's going to be able to start doing the usual Tinker things. Go be able to push out every lane and get really farmed up. They have global presence.
Here comes the creep wave. They are going to commit Fortune's End on the shelled creep. TC Slayer running in. He is by himself right now, though. He is disarmed. Not going to be able to find BPB.
Nice time walk.
Oh, but a nice Hex comes out. BPB is shackled up. Goodbye, sir. Supports are going to have to back out here. No TP's coming in at the moment. Tinker's going to be trying to delay this Huskar, who's having a pretty good time with all the space up at the top lane. And Chris Gone Wild does not have his Serpent Ward, so they're gonna have to sit here and do the slow right click Rooney.
The good old way. Just grinding it slow.
The old fashioned.
And they have another wave coming in, so they should take this with no problem. Shadow Shaman is going to spot out Risen Day.
Yeah, Risen Day is there, but no one really with him. He has a shackle. Doesn't quite use it yet. Mountain Man is trying to close the distance.
Crystal Maiden can't catch up.
She's got a Q. She can stop. No, she's going to go for the Frostbite instead. TC Slayer will pick him up. That means Huskar can TP in, takes down the Crystal Maiden. TC Slayer, he is going to take out the Huskar. Wards are finally here, and they are not going to be in range of the tower, unfortunately. But that was pretty good. That went well for them, I think. They were able to pick up 3 off of that.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Oracle tried to disarm TC there, but unfortunately, Razi's teleport just coming in a little too late to be able to save him. Yeah, I really like the Ursa pick so far. He's been ruining this Huskar's day. And another thing that I would like to see Radiant do more is group up as 5. Of course, the Huskar comp only really works if you work together.
Some free money for Risen. He just sit and fight. They're gonna hit you no matter what, buddy.
He's going a little too scared. I mean, I guess he didn't want to stay there too long because if he did clear out those wards, he would have to go back to base again.
Yeah.
Which is arguably could be worth it, but I guess he values map presence a little bit more right now.
Yeah, he ended up taking a lot of damage to only get one ward, though. He took like 4 volleys and only got 1 ward because of his back and forth.
Yeah. Alright, we're going back to farming here. I really do want the Radiant to just group up right now. Maybe Huskar is looking to pick up his Helmet Dominator before he goes into the next fight. Actually, he doesn't have his Armlet yet, which is surprising. He picked up Dragonlance before Armlet. Although Dragonlance is a good item, I feel like Armlet is just way too important for Huskar to ignore.
Crystal Maiden getting spotted out right now. She's gonna get held up and leapt on. Goodbye. No frostbite there to try and buy herself a little time.
She's already given up. Oh yeah, we have an Ursa in the game.
Yep. Will be a 15-minute roast. Nice pickup for him. He also has his Blink Dagger out in his stash. So he's a scary-looking man right now.
Yeah, that felt like all he needs to be able to engage in this fight. If he does manage to pick up a BKB, it's going to be a really hard fight for Radiant.
Nameless
Oh no!
gets shackled up, but immediately canceled by the Cold Snap. He will, Shadow Shaman will pay with his own life, and Dyer's just gonna back up.
Chris actually missed a shackle. He shackled one of the forward spirits.
I was on the,
which
oh
allowed,
no!
Yeah. So Nameless could cancel the shackle with Cold Snap. So, slight misclick there. I mean, it was hard because forward spirit was literally on top of Invoker there. So it's a common mistake.
Risen, you're in a bad spot right here, Mr. Buddy. He's gonna stun up right away, but Ursa doesn't want to go. He didn't know, but that was a pretty good chance to go get that. He did. He hit,
was up.
yeah, he hit the Earth Shock, but he had the phase boots, and none of his team was there. I felt like he could have chased, but he didn't know. He knows that there was people mid, so a rotation could have come pretty quickly.
Just playing it safe for now. I mean, I think they do realize, the Dire realizes that they need to play this kind of safe, because if they can drag this game out a little bit longer, I feel like it favors them more.
Chilled is going very aggressive onto Faceless right
Razzie.
Dyer's middle.
He hits him with a time dilation, but Tinker don't care.
Up top though, Razzie's going to get picked off.
Oh. Yes, and he does, but Faceless, he gets the chrono off.
Yeah, and just TP's out.
Or sorry, the TP off.
Chrono, but yeah, he just TP's.
Yeah, he got the time walk into the trees, and Chilled just barely missed him.
Yeah, not much Tinker could do there. I mean, I think if Tinker did blink in after him, it could have been bad for Chilled, because you don't want to be anything locked into a melee combat against Tinker, against Void as Tinker, rather.
TP's coming in bottom. They want to try and stop this. Missile's coming out, just gonna harass and delay.
They're doing their best to make sure they stay coordinated and stay together, because they realize Huskar and Void can pick anyone off if they're by themselves.
Oh, and ready to go though. Magic Missile is gonna give him a tough time. He's got an Earth Shock, and he's gonna hit it. Maybe not yet. Instead, he's just gonna get chronoed up. BPB coming in. Oh, here comes the Sunstrike as well, taking him down right away. Chris Gone Wild now gonna get jumped on and be the one to die. Ursa does still have that Aegis, but he's now on the tower taking a ton of damage. Pops his ultimate and is gonna have to run away. Chilled now gonna be the one to try and cover his retreat.
Radiant's top tower is
Ultimately, that was not the best engagement for Dire.
No, definitely not. Actually, another thing to point out, Darkseid doesn't have a point in his ultimate.
There's a pretty old build to do that, just because you need at least a few levels in Surge, and you really need large levels in Ion Shell. At that point, your vacuum is so small that it's really hard to hit an effective ult.
Yeah. So I guess he is just looking to get more utility spells out of the way. Maybe just avoid team fights for now. Razzie getting caught up again.
Oh, but Ursa's gonna be there.
He did get an aggressive ward in. Hopefully the Dire doesn't clear it, because that would be unfortunate.
He did also. He had I think a sentry right there and was able to clear up. I believe Dyer had some wards right there. Or no, who was that? That was because the Radiant. That's okay. There you go. I'm not sure what he did there, but I want to say there was a ward there. I want to say he probably dewarded and spotted out the stuff that was up there.
Time is money.
We see a Vlad's pick up on the Ursa.
Kind of an old school build, but I still like it. I still like the Vlads. You get bonus damage. You get a little bit of mana regen, which he doesn't actually care about in this game with the CM. But you get some armor as well.
Yeah, before it was kind of mandatory on Ursa because of the orb effect on Furious Wives, but now it's not orb anymore. It does open up more possibilities. But of course, it's still not a bad item, especially if you want to group up S5.
His team doesn't get that much benefit out of it, though, from what that I see. You know, Tinker's gonna be all magic. Same with I guess it will do Dark Seer illusions.
Yeah, it also does help with the push because it does give aura, armor, mana regeneration, and health regeneration.
For the creeps.
So it isn't bad for early game. Yeah, early game pushes.
Push is the name of the game right now. They're gonna drop the wards onto the tower. They don't even want to fight. They know wards are down, so they're not gonna try and fight. No, unless they put a chrono in, they're gonna catch Chris Gun Wild Mount Man. Sunstrike will take him out. TC Slayer is disarmed and is trying desperately to fight right now. He will be able to take one out, but he's taking a lot of damage right now, and he will finally go down. Suicide Bear is going to be able to take out the Crystal Maiden in the mid, and now that's going to take a fall on the Darkseer as well. He does pop after the ult, so it'll be a 4-for-3 trade with the tower going towards the Dire. That went well considering that Radiant went aggressive into the wards, so I feel like that went pretty well for them. And BPB taking a lot of damage now.
Yeah, Chronosphere definitely doing the work again. And we finally saw the first False Promise actually coming into a team fight because Oracle was able to reach the level 6. He died really early in the fight, so he wasn't able to heal the Huskar up, but it just bought Huskar enough time to be able to pick up 3 kills, so definitely worth it. Another thing I'd like to see more from this Ursa is popping his Enrage a little bit earlier. It seems like he takes way too much damage before he plops it.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit, it just gets a little too dangerous.
His biggest problem right now, I think, is that just that he's been getting really messed up by CC, so BKB or, I mean, what do they really have to mess with him? I don't entirely disagree with an Ags this game.
Ags is not bad, yeah.
Because the magic missile is really the limit. Sunstrike going to come out onto 2 as they were trying to get aggressive. Chris Gone Wild taking a lot of damage from Nameless right now. He's going to throw a last harass as a death huzzah, and his team is going to back. No, Chilled is going to blink in aggressively. Picks off the Oracle. Radiant get out. No, they're not. Dire is not done. He's going to pick up Nameless. He throws the Tornado. Is going to stall up TC Slayer right now. They have the magic missile into swap, but Surge will get him out of there, and I think Dire still wants to fight. They're still ready to go. No, they will back.
Armlet on Huskar. He actually finished the Helmut Dominator and the Urn of Shadows before he actually completed the Armlet.
Alright, so Ursa's Roche senses should be tingling because his minimum spawn will be coming up here in about 10 seconds.
Happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, I hope they took a clock for that.
Creeps.
And Invoker pick up a really early Egg on Scepter.
Creeps are doing some hefty damage to the bot tier 2. Very big creep stack for Ursa to take here. This actually might be overstacked for him. He's not going to be able to handle that.
Yeah. I mean, Shell Shaman is here to tank for a little bit. Once these players can get some life steal going, he might be okay. Oh, there's so many. This is
an aggressive
really
expedition here.
Ancient.
The smoke did get popped by Darkseer, but he had his Surge on at the time. Oh, he's going the wrong way now! Boopity boop boop, you're dead.
He turned into the Huskar there.
Now Chilled was out pretty aggressive. They're going to be hunting him down right now. Wisely just rearms and gets the heck out of there.
Yeah, Void could have went for a blind Chronosphere there, but decides it's not worth it. I mean, of course, it's a big risk, especially when your team fight depends on the Chronosphere so much.
TC Slayer has
Chill
a
is gonna be
Roche
pushing the
Tingle.
top lane, though.
So he's gonna have to, yeah, overpower, just let this come back off cooldown and do the old double swipe just to stay, just to survive through the first little bit of volley. After the second overpower comes down, he can probably just take it out with an enrage. Top tower is getting pushed though.
Oh, he just
He's gonna TP, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's
I
pretty
feel like he
low.
could have taken the.
Yeah, he's pretty low and his team's not there. I don't think they're ready to push tier 3s now. I would have just taken the Roche.
Yeah, that was a free Roche if he just stayed there. Got a little bit too antsy. I mean, you could have always TP'd in when they actually needed you. So.
He knows it's up now though, so he's gonna regen, and I suspect he'll make his way right there as soon as he can.
He picks up a broadsword though. I don't know what this is going into. Maybe a blade mail? Seems a little weird. I don't think a Crystallis. That'd be a weird little Mercy.
Actually, a blade mail, I would really like to see that. Remember, it returns damage before reductions now, so if he pops in rage,
that is true.
And Huskar jumps on him, Huskar is going to be the one having a really bad day. They're going in aggressive. BPB, a nice chrono onto 3. Mountain Man is going to get blown up immediately. Now taking a lot of damage though. TC Slayer is disarmed. We're going to see a death on the Faceless Void though. Chris Gone Wild going in very aggressively. Ursa all by himself on the backline chasing people up. That's going to mean that Jakob is going to go down with not much of a contest from the other team. And now TC Slayer's all by himself. He kinda... Oh, he's going to run into the Sunstrike, and that will hit.
Wow. What a Sunstrike.
That is very unfortunate. Yeah, TC Slayer, all their damage had ran off and just started chasing some people down here. And that meant that Huskar was just free to shred the entire team by himself.
One thing that I don't see the Huskar doing enough, he finally does it right now, is pop Inner Vitality. Through the entire fight, he didn't have Inner Vitality on himself. And he would have helped him a lot more during the team fight, especially with the False Promise. Oh, it's walking through the march.
That's quite a bit of damage. Nameless does have his Quas, a pretty high level Quas, so he'll be able to heal that up.
Oh, chilled. Well, that was really aggressive for him to be TPing
that is
right
chilled
in
how
there.
do, and look, here he is again. Oh, he's gonna go get this kill on Risen, I bet. Oh no, he's gonna TP out. I expected a blink laser from Chilled on that one into an immediate backup.
Yeah, maybe he didn't have vision. No, they didn't have vision. They have the Observer ward right there in the tower spot.
This'll come in handy.
So I guess he was a little too scared of being CC'd up and dying. I don't know what the Dire team can do. Like the unfortunate thing about the Dire side is that their pick-off potential isn't very big, so their chance of killing the Void before it gets Chrono off is really low.
Yeah, and with the Robe of the Magi pickup, it is pretty much guaranteed now, or it's confirmed that he will be going into a Blade Mail. He's getting slowed, getting kited in these fights. I feel like he needs the BKB.
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was definitely going to be BKB coming out, but looks like he decides that he wants more damage, or just he doesn't want to take damage, I guess. Just scare Huskar from attacking him, focusing him.
I mean, with that up, he can really be the one to get into the fight. He can initiate and force everyone to turn their attention on him. When they do that, he'll just enrage and blade mail, and it's gonna put them on their back foot starting the fight.
Yeah, I feel like the problem is that you usually kind of ignore Ursa when he has Enrage up anyways.
Oh, they're gonna smoke into Roche, steal it for themselves. Risen Day his smoke is gonna pop. I expect they have some wards for this. TP's coming in from Chilled, he is ready to help. I don't know if he knows that their entire team is here though. Chris Gone Wild gonna be the one taking a magic missile right now. Nice laser comes out onto BPB, but it doesn't matter. The Sunstrike will take him out. BPB throws the chrono, but doesn't catch and goes down himself to Chilled. Now Suicide is going to go down to Ursa. Absolutely disastrous.
Chilled is godlike right now. Man, that was so unfortunate. Because they didn't pick off...
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Invoker can't do much. The Invoker can't do much, but I mean, like, that fight just went all wrong when Faceless Void missed that chrono. He saw the Tinker behind Chris, when they took him down, and he just went for a blind chronosphere behind the trees on Tinker. What?
What just happened there? Chilled
like
pulling a classic Chilled and getting a little too, let's call it, optimistic. Nameless is gonna pick him up for 1,000 gold.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually went in to try to solo the Invoker there. That would be, as you said, kind of reckless. But yeah, if that was the case, if Invoker caught him, then like, you know, all good on him. But like Tinker's positioning there looked like he was actually trying to 1v1 him. So
yeah,
maybe he felt a little too confident after the godlike.
Yeah, he was above the in front of the creep wave, right? That's not a place you want to be as the Tinker.
For sure. Yeah, and that cold snap into Force Spirits are going to be enough to be able to take down the Tinker easily. Tinker can't do much if you can't rearm because of cold snap. So the net worth right now is sitting at actually pretty even. Invoker sitting at the top, actually quite a bit farther ahead of the Tinker. Tinker is also quite far ahead of the Huskar, so the mid's doing quite well this game, and the position 1, the Ursa and the Huskar are kind of tied right now. So pretty close game so far.
Yeah, a little neck and neck, but at this point I feel like this is kind of the hot point where Huskar and his team want to have maybe all the outer towers claimed and be positioning high ground. He's not going to last much longer after this. Whereas Ursa, the kind of damage that he's able to put out in his sustainability makes him better late than Huskar.
Yeah, the later this game goes, the more Radiant needs to rely on Faith's voice Chrono. I mean, Chrono with
Big Chrono coming out though, on to 2 here in the
goodness.
top lane. Shieldwind going to be the target. Sunstrike is going to hit, but just not enough damage. BPB is going to get shackled up. TC does get disarmed. They're just not, no one's able to kill anyone. Tinker's back. Void is, very nice vacuum wall. All 5 into that. Lots of illusions here, doing a ton of damage, and now the rest of the team is going to come in. They did pay for that with the Darkseer, but that's going to put the entire Radiant team on their back foot, and I think they want to keep going. TC Slayer does, he blinks it aggressively. The swap onto Risen is going to confuse him a little bit, but a Shackle's going to stop him now. TC is taking a lot of damage, but he still has that Aegis up. He's not even down yet. There he goes. Finally hits the deck. Aegis pops. Everyone is going to have to back, and they're going to secure themselves a tier 2 tower as well with that push.
What a fight. That fight lasted so long. The Darkseer going there with a huge vacuum wall play to put the entire Radiant team at basically like quarter health. It was easy pickings.
Oh, Sunstrike is going to pick up the CM though. Nothing's for free, sirs.
Yeah, it looks like all these mids are doing really well. Nameless staying right now at beyond godlike streak.
Nameless Noob going in a little aggressive, but TC Slayer taking lots of damage. He's got
missiles.
Missiles taking up the Oracle as well. Was that just repeated marches and missiles?
Yeah.
That's all you need sometimes.
Yeah, Oracle got a little too distracted using his combo there and didn't see his health going down so rapidly with Tinker. Because Tinker right now has, you know, Bloodstone and Aegon Scepter. So he's going to be able to fire out all those missiles really, really fast. Yeah, you gotta really watch out your health and support this game. Maybe Oracle should think about picking up a Glimmer Cape or something to get some magic resistance. And Invis can also help quite a bit with the missiles. And also putting Glimmer Cape on a ulted Huskar is also great too. Just giving him even more magic resist.
I think Huskar's biggest problem in this game, though, is going to be that Ursa. Maybe do they want to look into something like a Solar Crest?
Solar Crest, Huskar could try to also invest in a...
Oh, here comes some aggression again. TC Slayer is in. He's going to get magic missiled up. Here comes the Chrono on to 3. There's the Sunstrike. It's going to hit on Chris Gone Wild. Oh, but TC Slayer had his Blade Mail up. That's going to be a lot of damage. Suicide Bear in a lot of trouble now. Oracle's on the ground. 4 down once again for this aggressive Dire team. Ursa wants to make it 5. Nameless Noob Tries to turn on him, but TC Slayer just backs up now. They're in a place to get the last standing tier 2. I thought without Aegis that Dire wasn't going to be in a position to fight here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. The Faceless Void got a good chrono there, but there just was no damage. I guess Invoker wasn't in the right spot, because if he could drop an EMP right into that chrono or a Meatball, I think that fight could have gone way differently. And also, Oracle staying way too close in fights. He died there again without being able to get his ulti off.
Yeah, Huskar doesn't have his buddy. That's, you know,
Huskar
a lot of...
without combo.
Yeah, a lot of their draft is kind of centered around that. Not like like they can fight without a chrono if they've got a really good Oracle behind that Huskar, but I haven't been feeling its impact this game.
Yeah, Oracle looks like he is wisely working on the Ether Lens that is going to help him stay out of the fight and be able to just barrage with like his spells from far away so he doesn't get picked off before he can use his False Promise. Like
Pings were going out onto Roshan, but it's way too early. They've got another like 2.5 minutes before that's back up. They did lose that Aegis pretty early into its timing in the last fight, or in that top engagement.
Invoker picks up a Scythe of Ice here, so that's going to be a really good item against Ursa. Of course, one of those items Ursa can't enrage out of.
Ursa is going to have to be very sad. It's I hope it's not too late though, because again, they got a lot more out of this so far than Dire has than Radiant.
Yeah, there still isn't a BKB on Ursa, so they do have a chance, but at this point, the gold lead is swinging over to the Dire side quite heavily.
And Ursa does have a Basher finished up in his stash right now.
Yeah, so he's just looking for the recipe.
Yeah, he's got a Vanguard as well.
Just wants to finish the Abyssal Blade up. He will have it in like 400 gold.
That is going to be a pretty rough time. And actually, he doesn't even need the Vanguard recipe. He's got that done. Oh, the Abyssal recipe is what he's waiting on, yeah?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that's...
Pretty soon. Yeah, wards getting placed all around the map. Dire has total vision
Map
control at the moment. Yeah, they know exactly how Radiant are rotating right now. But Radiant still, of course, has a Void, but oh man, Void is so poor. Only 8,000 net worth, so he has the Blink, but that's basically it. Blink and Vlad's offering. I mean, at this point, he is just a walking chrono.
D-word from Risen Day. Good sense that they've been, pretty aggressive. You gotta make sure you can you can get yourself a little bit of safety. And they do it. Another good ward right here is gonna spot the Dire team out right there, so they'll have plenty of advance warning of any kind of aggressive behavior.
Looks like Vengeful Spirit is actually transitioning into a little bit of carry here. Looks like she is looking to pick up a Desolator. I'm not too sure about the decision, to be honest. I feel like they'll do a lot better with a Force Staff to be able to kite that Ursa a bit more.
Yep.
Maybe a Glimmer Cape against the Tinker.
Force Staff, Glimmer Cape, Solar Crest. There's a ton of options right now to really help deal with Ursa, and that's a really greedy 4 I'm looking at right now. It's all on Oracle, and he's in no position to get any of those either. He is sitting at 3k net worth.
Yeah, Desolator isn't going to do anything for them right now. They don't need more damage. They just need their cores to survive. Because Invoker and Huskar can dish out the damage.
TC Slayer's going in aggressive. He is actually going to Abyssal. Man, those poor Forged Spirits taking a lot of damage. Chris Gone Wild in 3 now caught in the Chronosphere. Chris Gone Wild is not dead yet. Not dead yet. Oh, aggressive from Suicide Bear is going to go on to Chilled Wind. Oh, everything is getting splintered and fragmented right now. Ursa is going to be able to escape on the backline. And despite all that kind of bad initiation that Dire had, they're going to manage to pick up 3 and only lose 2 on their own. One of those is Chilled, though, who is worth quite a bit this game.
Yeah, that was 1,243 gold going over to Huskar. even though they lost more members, they actually gained more money from that fight. That was a like 1,200 gold over to the dire side, only 300 gold over to the 300 gold over to the dire side, and 1,200 gold over to the radiant side.
And that's quite a bit to get this Huskar. Maybe that last little bit of efficiency he can eke out of this game where he's going to start falling off. He's got his BKB up. It's on a 9-second charge, so I think he used it in that fight.
Yeah, he used it to solo that Tinker. He just popped BKB, jumped on him, and Tinker. What does he do? He just dies.
He's very close to his Satanic as well. He's got 3,200 gold, 3,400 gold now. So he's gonna have, he has buyback, so he's probably gonna hold it for that as well, since they're cornered in their base. But I think pretty soon we should expect to see that out from him, and that's gonna make it once again a little bit harder for Radiant to close out this game in a quick manner. That is gonna be the third Roche going out. Cheese. On to question mark. Yakob's gonna pick it up.
Like. Yeah, another interesting item that Huskar could consider once he picks up his Titanic, because I think that is definitely the best item to pick up right now, is the Hurricane Pike here.
Yes.
I think it will help him kite the Ursa a little bit more, because of course Ursa, the character that really depends on getting in close, and it has really no tools to get in once if he starts to get kited. Alright, boys, Chrono is up again.
Alright, Dire.
Let's fight once more.
Dire wants to go for a Rax here. And why wouldn't they? They've got themselves an Aegis, a very scary looking Ursa.
Yeah, it looks like Ursa is aiming to pick up that items you talked about earlier. I do like this idea, because especially Invoker has the
Mountain Man's gonna blink it aggressively, and BPB catches no one with that. Tornado comes out and hits onto 2, but now they are in a very scary looking high ground position here. No Chrono.
I don't think they can fight without Chrono. So unless something disastrous thing happens, I think this is a Rax for sure. For the dire side.
Nice. They're gonna use the Serpent Wards and get high ground vision. TC Slayer blinks in, but being a little aggressive right now does take the blast. Now just sitting in place, not able to do anything so far, has not gotten a single right click off. Shackle's completely wasted, but that Hex will help him finally get that kill off. Faceless Void gonna be down, but he didn't have a Chrono anyway, so that's not the biggest deal. He's now taking a ton of damage and has to get back himself.
And Huskard's in the back lines right now. Oh, and he get Abyssal bladed up.
He's just sitting on the top line. Oh, nice. Cheese is gonna keep him alive. Shackle's onto Suicide Bob Walker, or Suicide Bear. Huskar still alive. Just barely though. Oh, here comes the Ursa. He's gonna say no, sir. Swap comes out. Kind of puts TC just back with his team. A nice blade mail usage means that Nameless is gonna be scared to use some skills here. But again, they have so much disarm on this team.
All the buybacks coming out. Yeah, it was unfortunate. Huskar had a Hurricane Pike there. He could have gone away from that Ursa.
Yeah, melee Rax is going to go down. And so very, very good. I mean, good for Dire. They force a lot out. They don't even use their Aegis. But man, that was just painful to see that Ursa standing in the fight for like 10 seconds. Like, just okay, guys, what do I do? He has his Ags up now.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to cancel that disarm a little bit more now. Let's see if they can pick up anyone.
I think Darkseer's gonna have a hard time getting out of here.
Pretty small pickup. Dire doesn't mind that too much. Darkseer definitely isn't one of the characters they need to be able to progress right now, and also, I mean, it doesn't really even warrant them a lot of map control off that kill. Yeah, Huskar did go for the Hurricane Pike instead of Satanic there, but I think
it's a good item definitely to deal with the Ursa, and the Ursa again, he still has no BKB, so he's very kiteable. Even with the Ags, he can only remove 1 stun, he can only remove 1 disarm, and they have 2. They can Hurricane Pike him. He's gonna have a rough time here unless the supports are really there to help him. And last time there was good shackles and stuff out, but Ursa was just very far forward and wasn't able to capitalize on them. He sees Suicide Watchbearer, he's gonna come in and get him, immediately hits him with that
He
Abyssal
needs to
Blade.
swap out the Huskar. He needs to swap out the... Oh, what is he doing?
Not getting that swap. Oh, he does get the swap, so he will live. And everyone's
Huskars
just going to
turn
back
around
now.
and fight.
Chrono's down, though. No chance. TC Slayer's going to pick him off now, be very aggressive. BPB taking a ton of damage, does manage to backtrack at Childwin in the back, throwing out missiles and lasers. TC Slayer is going to get disarmed again, this poor guy. Taking a lot of damage now. Sunstrike as well. He's got that blade mail though as well to deter damage onto him. Just getting kited around again. It's cycloned up. They're just pinned to their base right now, but oh, Nameless Noob gonna pop that a little early. I think TC Slayer's gonna be able to blink out. They got that lane of Rax. They committed the wards for just a range Rax. I think they could have got that range Rax no matter what. They weren't really fighting around it too much. But they're in a position. Huskar down for 60 seconds. No buyback. They are going to keep this pressure train going. Got Greaves up to go ahead and heal their team.
Something I would like to point out is that Suicide Watchbear has been pretty bad about using his inner vitality. Oh, no, initiation.
Yep. Risen Day out there by himself. He knows that that Ursa has that Blink Dagger. Cyclone comes in onto 2. A nice Fortune's End onto Yakov. But the aggression is coming in. Nice ult from Mountain Man, and he immediately Glimmer Capes himself, so there's going to be no hope to stop him. No buybacks on any of the Radiant heroes. It is just Faceless Void. No Chrono for 30 seconds. This is another lane of Rax, and oh, they're going to find him as well! Do they have any way to stop him? There's another Hex. So this is, I mean, this is easily 3 lanes of Rax. They're still not pushing it very quickly, though.
Yeah, they won't call it GG here.
They'll call the GG.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to have seen the better play come out of the Suicide Watchbear on the Huskar. I think I only saw like 2 inner vitalities the entire game, and that just really hurt his sustain in fights.
Definitely, and he had, you know, he had the Oracle, and maybe he was leaning a little too heavily on the Oracle, who kept getting bursted and picked off before he could really efficiently combine with that Huskar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Oracle not having any items there really did hurt him. If he had a Glimmer Cape and the Ether Lens, he could have survived a bit better. But yeah, just a rough game overall.
Alright, well everyone, that was Game 2, Lobby 2, .P, Wednesday in-house, Season 3, with Wyvrex as well as GolgiApp apparatus. We'll see you guys in a Game 3.